Here, 1 minute. Off mute. There's. It's a good lunch. I liked that. Good.
See what happens when you drive down and join us.
Hey, I've been here almost all year. Yeah.
That's true.
All right, it is 12:30 and we are ready to proceed. Commissioners, are you back? Give it a minute or two. Commissioners, if you're back, if you could just put your camera on for a second and let us know. Forgets.
Wow.
Commissioners, it's 12:31. We're 1 minute past. If you could return, that would be great. Get going.
Socialites.
All right, Commissioner Jancy wins the prize. Commissioners Metler, Commissioner Burke, Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez, could you join us as soon as possible? All right, Commissioner Burke.
I'm here.
Commissioner Metler, all right, we've got a quorum. Let's proceed with the filing penalty waiver consent calendar. First of all, does anybody need to or want to remove an item from the consent calendar? Seeing and hearing none. Vice Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the commission approve the filing penalty waivers presented on the consent calendar.
All right, Commissioners, you've heard the motion for items 4 through 49.
Okay, that's got to be a record.
Administrator, please call the roll. Our administrator back.
All right, Commissioner Burke.
Commissioner Burke votes aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez. Okay. Commissioner Jancy.
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Thompson.
Aye.
Commissioner Matler.
Aye.
Thank you. Has Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez rejoined?
Sorry, I just got back.
Okay, we are voting on the filing penalty waiver consent calendar. Items 4 through 49.
Aye.
Thank you. Chair Payne.
Aye.
Motion passed 6-0.
Okay, we are now moving on to the statement of economic interest penalty reductions. Executive Director Myers.
Thank you, Chair. The first is for Janine Belozer. She had previously already received a letter of education for a prior violation. Thus, since this is her second violation, the standard reduction would be 10% or a minimum of $20. Recommendation is a $20 penalty.
Thank you, Executive Director Myers. Any questions, Commissioners? Seeing and hearing none, Vice Chair.
For agenda item 50, I move the commission approve the recommended filing penalty reduction in this matter.
Commissioners, you've heard the motion on public session agenda item 50. Administrator, please call the roll.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Mettler,
Aye.
Commissioner Jancy,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez,
Aye.
Chair Payton.
Aye.
Motion passed 6-0.
Item 51.
Yes, this is a city councilor and also had a prior violation in 2017. The current penalties, he did not file until he had accrued penalties of $560. Second violation, reduction of to approximately 10%, which would be $50.
Thank you, commissioners. Any questions or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For agenda item 51, I move the commission approve the recommended filing penalty reduction in this matter.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Commissioners, you've heard the motion on agenda item 51. Administrator, please call the roll.
Commissioner Jancy,
Aye.
Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Mettler,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Chair Payne.
Aye.
Motion passed 6-0.
Item 52.
This is a school board member, and as with the prior ones, already received a letter of education back in 2024. Currently, penalties are $90. The recommendation is to reduce it to $20.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions or comments on 52? Seeing and hearing none, Vice Chair.
Madam Chair, for agenda item 52, I move the commission approve the recommended filing penalty reduction in this matter.
Thank you, Vice Chair. You've heard the motion on agenda item 52. Administrator, please call the roll.
Commissioner Mettler,
Aye.
Commissioner Jancy,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Chair Payne.
Aye.
Motion passed 6-0.
Agenda item 53, please.
This is a planning commission member. In 2019, he received a letter of education. Current penalties were $130. As its second violation, recommendation is a reduction to $20.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions or discussion on item 53? Seeing and hearing none, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For agenda item 53, I move the commission approve the recommended filing penalty reduction in this matter.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Commissioners, you've heard the motion on agenda item 53. Administrator, please call the roll.
Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez,
Aye.
Commissioner Jancy,
Aye.
Commissioner Mettler,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Chair Payne.
Aye.
Motion passed 6-0.
Okay, on the consent calendar for stipulated final orders, does anyone wish to remove an item from the consent calendar? Seeing and hearing none, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the commission approve the proposed stipulated orders presented on the consent calendar as the final orders in those cases, and the chairperson be authorized to sign them as such.
Okay, Commissioners, you've heard the motion for the consent calendar agenda items 54 through 66. Administrator, please call the roll.
Commissioner Mettler,
Aye.
Commissioner Jancy,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Chair Payne.
Aye.
Motion passed 6-0.
Okay, we are now moving to agenda item 67, stipulated final order on Scott Berry. Investigator Sullivan, please provide the report.
Yes, thank you, Chair Payne and Commission. This is Investigator Josh Sullivan for the record. I'm presenting agenda item number 67. This is a stipulated final order for Scott Berry, a lobbyist for American Express travel related services. Scott Berry has been registered with the commission as a lobbyist in EFS since 2016, and he has lobbied on behalf of a number of clients. During the relative period, Scott Berry was on retainer to lobby on behalf of American Express. On each occasion, Scott Berry submitted his lobbyist registration. It appears he failed to identify the correct client, and therefore American Express never confirmed his lobbyist registration. As a result, Scott Berry was not registered as a lobbyist for an American Express until April 21, 2026, despite being paid to lobby on their behalf. Thus, Scott Berry violated ORS 171-740 sub 1 as he was paid to lobby on behalf of the American Express without being registered in EFS to do so. The recommendation is that the commission approve this stipulated final order, which includes a civil penalty in the amount of $1,500.
Thank you, Investigator Sullivan. Commissioners, any questions for the investigator? Any discussion? Okay, seeing and hearing none, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For agenda item number 67, I move the commission approve the proposed stipulated final order as the final order in this matter, and the chairperson be authorized to sign it as such.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Commissioners, you've heard the motion on agenda item 67. Administrator, please call the roll.
Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Jancy,
Aye.
Commissioner Mettler,
Aye.
Chair Payne.
Aye.
Motion passed 6-0.
Okay, on the advisory opinions, do we need to take action on this? Okay. Okay. And are you giving the,
Mr. Sullivan.
okay, Mr. Sullivan, please provide and we do those separately?
I can.
They have to be separate votes, but the presentation could be joint.
Okay. Please provide the report on 68 and 69.
Okay, yes, thank you, Chair Payne and Commission. This is Investigator Josh Sullivan for the record. I'm presenting agenda items number 68 and 69. These are two commission advisory opinions that were requested by Megan Thornton from the City of Beaverton's Attorney's Office. The City of Beaverton is considering solutions to close a structural budget gap, and to that end, a general services fee will be considered by the City Council. If a services fee is imposed, customers would pay a fee based on the number of equivalent dwelling units, or EDUs. The city has identified several fee structure options for the City Council's consideration, including a flat fee by EDU, a flat fee by customer type, and a tiered fee by EDU. The services fee, if adopted, would affect all city customers and all current City Council members as residents and customers. The City Council will also be considering the option of implementing a street maintenance fee or transportation fee. The expectation is that the transportation fee will be assessed based on the number of EDUs. The city's 23,456 customers are divided into the following categories: apartments, commercial, multifamily, public facility, and residential. If a transportation fee is imposed, all customers in each category would pay a set fee based on the number of associated EDUs. Megan Thornton requested a class exemption determination from the commission. The class exception in ORS 244.020 sub 13 sub B provides that there is no conflict of interest if a financial benefit or detriment arises out of any action taken by the public official, which would affect to the same degree a class consisting of all inhabitants of the state, or a smaller class consisting of an industry, occupation, or other group, including one in which the person or a relative or a member of the household of the person, or a business with which the person or the relative or a member of the household of the person is associated, is a member, or is engaged. The commission may make a determination of whether a class exists on a case-by-case basis. The information provided indicates that for each of these proposed fees, all city customers, including the city councilor members, would fall into one of the proposed categories subject to the fees. The number of customers within each of the proposed categories is sufficiently large to form a distinct class. For both the services fee and the transportation fee, all customers within each proposed category would pay the same rate imposed on other members of the same customer category. Thus, customers in each class or category, including the city councilors, would be affected to the same degree as other members of the class. Therefore, it appears that the class exception applies and the city councilor is subject to the services fee and the transportation fee would not be met with a conflict of interest in voting to approve or decline these fees, nor would they be required to dispose of a conflict of interest related to these fees. The analysis in these opinions only focuses on the services fee and the transportation fees as described and do not draw any conclusions as to whether there are other conflicts of interest or where another class exception may or may not apply. The recommendation is to approve these commission advisory opinions.
Thank you, Investigator Sullivan. Commissioners, any questions for the investigator? Any discussion on the proposed commission advisory opinions? Seeing and hearing none, we need to move on these separately, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For agenda item 68, I move the commission approve the commission advisory opinion as presented and the chairperson be authorized to sign it as such.
Commissioners, you've heard the motion on agenda item 68. Administrator, please call the roll.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez,
Aye.
Commissioner Mettler,
Aye.
Commissioner Jancy,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Chair Payne.
Aye.
Motion passed 6-0.
Agenda item 69, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For agenda item 69, I move the commission approve the commission advisory opinion as presented and the chairperson be authorized to sign it as such.
Thank you, Commissioners. You've heard the motion on agenda item 69. Administrator, please call the roll.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Mettler,
Aye.
Commissioner Jancy,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez, Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez.
Aye.
Thank you. Chair Payne.
Aye.
Motion passed 6-0.
Okay, moving forward to agenda item 75. Do we need a motion on this?
Yes, you have to make a motion, and I just wanted to clarify. We originally were requesting the extension because we needed more time in a conversation with the director. They are considering whether to withdraw their request or narrow the scope of what they were requesting, but I think we still need the extension to give them the time to do that, and if we need to draft it, to bring it to you at a future meeting. So,
Understood. Any questions about the motion for extension of time on agenda item 75? Seeing and hearing none, Vice Chair.
Thank you. For agenda item 75, I move the commission extend the period for completion of the commission advisory opinion by a period not to exceed 60 days.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Commissioners, you've heard the motion on agenda item 75. Administrator, please call the roll.
Commissioner Jancy,
Aye.
Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Mettler, Commissioner Mettler, Commissioner Thompson.
Aye.
One last chance for Commissioner Mettler. Okay, Chair Payne.
Aye.
Motion passed 5-0.
Right, agenda item 76, the proposed 2027 meeting schedule is in your meeting book at page 166. Executive Director Myers, do you want to discuss this?
The only thing I would point out is to solve the problem of the summer meetings and July because of the holiday, it was not working out. So basically, we pushed one meeting out and one meeting forward to only one meeting on July 16th, and then you will get a longer break between those summer meetings, but it will work. So we do need a motion though to adopt.
Thank you. Commissioners, any discussion or issues? Questions, discussion about the proposed 2027 commission meeting schedule? Okay, seeing and hearing none, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that we approve the 2027 commission meeting schedule as presented.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Commissioners, you've heard the motion on agenda item 76. Administrator, please call the roll.
Commissioner Mettler.
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Jancy,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Chair Payne.
Aye.
Motion passed 6-0.
Okay, we're moving on to the trainer's report.
No, we have the guide for public officials.
77.
Oops.
It's a big chunk.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to skip it. Okay, 77.
So the only thing, the guide for public officials, there is a statute requiring that the commission approve it and approve any updates to it. So that is why it's being brought forward. The only thing I really want to say is kudos to my staff, in particular, Casey and Molly, not to negate the other contributions of staff, but they worked very hard to make this update, and it is an improvement over what we have. So I'm very happy.
Commissioners, any comments, questions about the guide for public officials? We discussed this last meeting, so we should be ready for a vote on this today. Vice Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the commission approve the updated guide for public officials as presented.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Commissioners, you've heard the motion on agenda item 77. Administrator, please call the roll.
Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez,
Aye.
Commissioner Jancy,
Aye.
Commissioner Mettler,
Aye.
Commissioner Burke,
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson,
Aye.
Chair Payne.
Aye.
Motion passed 6-0.
Okay, now we'll do the trainer's report.
Thank you, Chair Payne and Commissioners. This is Trainer Angela Nolan for the record. And the training report is in your books on pages 289 through 291. But here are some brief highlights. So the accessibility team has begun an accessibility audit of the CMS and EFS applications for adherence to the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, or WCAG for short, 2.1 criteria. The team also plans to work on plain language, templates, and more in the future. They've also updated several handouts for accessibility, which will be in the new Public Officials Guide. Final updates for our new ethics training will be available in Workday shortly after the new PO Guide is released. And we're asking commissioners to take the training once it's available and provide feedback to Stephanie. And last, these...
Can we ask hard questions?
Yeah.
And the second quarter Ethics Matter newsletter will be in your inboxes next week. And that's all I have for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Executive Director Myers.
Okay, so SEI filing, when I drafted my report, we had gone down to 47. I didn't check this morning, but I think we are at maybe the low 20s, if not below, in terms of people who have not yet filed their SEIs. So that's good. David, who is only with us for 2 more weeks, is working very hard to get that to 0 before he leaves. Recruitment. We completed the recruitment for the vacant investigator position and extended an offer. Got accepted. She will begin on July 1. So complaint process, what I have in here is one of the steps that we are taking to address that big topic of weaponization of the complaint process. And so one step we took is in the complaint form, when someone submits a complaint, we have added this checkbox requiring them to at least acknowledge and affirm that the information they're providing is factual and correct to the best of their knowledge. Will that stop people from filing what might be frivolous or such complaints? Maybe, maybe not, but at least it is something to get their attention. The other thing that we are doing is, I would point out, we are reformatting the report templates. And the IRC report in item 12 on your executive session agenda is an example of that. On the caption, it does not say complainant and give the person's name. That's never been a requirement of the statute because they are not a party. And making them a party is a bad idea because that then gives them all sorts of standing rights. So removing them from the caption, not so much calling them a complainant. Yes, we still identify them at least by presenting the complaint filed by this person, but the focus of the report is not on this person said this or said that, but more on this is what the complaint alleges, and here are the facts and the statutes and application. So trying to use our internal processes to prevent someone from feeling like they're a party or that they are being given a louder voice than what the role of a complaint filer is in our situation. At the same time, I don't think any of that by itself is sufficient to sort of combat this weaponization issue. And so based on conversations earlier today, I think it would be helpful to schedule a work session at the July meeting to explore if all of you have any other ideas on that. So I have 2 other matters. One is legislative concepts. In talking with the governor's office and so forth, it appears that they were okay with moving all of ours forward with the exception of the legislative concept to double the civil penalty fees.
Oh, no.
If we want to really push it and try to convince them otherwise, but their initial response was no on that. So just to let you know. The final thing, and I may need Becky.
Can I ask a question about that before you move on? Would it be helpful if we did some sort of, I know you had mentioned before that other states like were very on the very low end, if we did some sort of
comparison
investigation or some sort of, I don't know what it would be called, but some sort of report where it showed where we compared to all 50 states.
I think it might be. And so we can approach that and see if either they want to allow us to move that forward based on that, or if a legislator wanted to sponsor something.
Okay. Can I ask a question about LCs? Do we ever decide to do anything with the idea of allowing us to do a letter of education at the end of preliminary review?
There's one of the things that we may discuss at the work session. I had conversations with Dan and Sean earlier this week about our preliminary review process has turned into sort of mini investigations that may not be what really was intended. And so I'm looking at, can we change the process in a way still meeting the statutory requirements? But there is that language in 260 sub 12 that says the commission and a respondent can reach a settlement at any point under this section.
We had a few of those in here this time.
Yeah, especially for the lobby ones. Now, Ron's position had always been that we didn't do it in the PR stage, but admittedly, the PR stage when he was making those decisions was 30 days. And in those 30 days, we didn't have a lot of time to figure anything, much less come to a conclusion where we could stip to a letter of that. But it may be that we can explore changing, now that we have at least 60 days for certain cases, could explore reaching a stip for a settlement during the PR phase.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's one thing we're exploring. Okay, the last item is to address security and other concerns, including e-discovery. All commissioners are going to need to use state-issued tablets and emails when conducting state business. Therefore, we will be providing you with a tablet and a state email, and Becky can discuss our process for doing this.
Hi, Commissioners. It's Becky Mason. So I have been working with DAS IT, and they will be working with you. We've already ordered the iPads. They're in DAS's possession right now. So I'm going to coordinate with them, and then they will coordinate with you guys to set up so you guys are able to log in to your iPads, and then we will mail them to you. Unless you want to come into town, they would actually prefer that as well because it's easier to teach you how to log in person. But if not, because we know some of you are a little farther away, such as Bend. So for those ones, we'll just mail them out to you. It's really about what's convenient for you. But this way you will have access to all of the files. It'll be much easier. It'll also be easier logging into Workday to do your required trainings, because instead of having to do, your multi-factor authentication on your phone and everything, it'll be right there on your iPad. So everything will be a lot easier for you because you will be on a state device. So it's all about trying to make things easier and more secure for literally everyone.
Richard has a question.
Commissioner Burke, go ahead. You're on mute.
I'm sorry. I wanted to ask if use of these iPads is mandatory. Can we waive receiving one?
I don't think we can. I mean, the state is requiring, for cybersecurity reasons, obviously, that state business only take place on a state-issued device.
Are they going to provide keyboards to attach to the iPads? Because,
No, I know, using anything on an iPad.
it's,
iPad.
multiple tabs and then
Yeah,
keeping notes or anything. It's like working on an iPad is just not.
I'm sure to the extent if keyboards would make it easier, we can provide keyboards as part of it. I don't think they're not particularly expensive.
Yeah.
We could definitely look into that.
responsible for these if, say, we drop it and it gets run over by a TriMet bus?
Please don't do that.
Just hypothetically. Yeah,
I have a question. So for the emails, is that the only way that you guys are gonna communicate with us? For example, I mean, so we're gonna have to make sure that we check the
I
iPad
know,
regularly, or can we put that state email on a computer that we do check regularly, so we know if something's there we need to be aware of? I mean, is there
I know, I
something
feel
we
like
can do
that's-
there?
We're gonna figure, I don't know what the solution
Even
there
if the
is,
email
but
is
I
just
think
check your
people find
iPad?
it. And it may be that.
Yeah, I mean, send an email to all of us at our, personal address to say, hey, there's something on your iPad, you need to check it.
Yeah, now would that be sufficient not to subject your personal devices to a discovery request?
I don't know.
I don't know that it would prevent.
That's Dan's
that.
problems.
But it at least would minimize the discovery risks.
Hey, noting that everyone's super excited,
Yeah.
super happy. Okay, and
Yeah.
when is that going to go into effect?
We will start distributing within the next week or two, when you all have to be fully into it, probably July something.
And Susan was just asking me whether I wanted to re-up for another 4 years, so this might change my mind.
I re-upped last year and I'm starting to second guess that decision.
I mean, we will endeavor to make this as
I know you will.
less painful than you might anticipate.
Oh, man. Okay,
That's all I have.
okay, before we adjourn, does anybody have any new business? Comments for the good of the order?
Okay.
Oh, Becky.
Did I forget something?
I just wanted to let you guys or let everyone know that your emails are going to be bombarded with a bunch of Outlook invites. So be prepared since we just passed the schedule, and we're going to update the ones that I sent out for this year just so that they're clearly labeled with the month and everything to help minimize confusion. Because when I've been sending updates, I've been relabeling them with the month. But when I first scheduled them, I just labeled them OGEC commission meeting. So just be prepared. You're going to get a ton of meeting invites. And I just wanted to give you a heads up before you get approximately 18 meeting invites. So just be prepared.
And those are going to our personal emails. So we can get them on our regular calendars. Like this is going to be really,
We'll figure it out.
okay, all right.
Just send all of them to Burke on his iPad. He'll be fine with it.
Okay. Okay, if nobody else has anything, then we are officially adjourned.
Good buddy of
Thank
mine-
you, everyone.
good buddy of mine's on the
Everyone.
fireboard, and I was laughing at his because of his district issued iPad, and now joke's on me.
No.